but you don't need you won't know that probably. This is Mia. Would you like to give Mia a great big round of applause? Mia's part of our creative team here, and you also go to St Pat's. You're in grade 9, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you've been part of New Directions for a little while. Can you tell us what brought you in contact with New Directions, or how did you end up here?
Well, about last year, at the start of the year, I was having a bit of a rough year, and things were coming out problems and that I couldn't really sort out by myself. So I asked Mum to call Jared, because he went to this church, and ask if there was a little group I could do.
He's your music teacher, isn't he?
Yeah, he was my music
Yep.
teacher at the time, and asked if there would be a youth group here, and there was, so I came along to that and sorted out my problems.
Cool. So, just like that?
Well, it wasn't on the first night, I was still sorting them out.
It was a start.
Yeah,
cool.
it was just, yeah.
So, nearly 18 months now since you've been coming to New Directions. And in that time, your life has changed pretty dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so how has Jesus and the church, how has that impacted your life?
Well, before I came, I didn't really believe, it was kind of... we had, because I went to Exeter Primary at that time, and we had religion, but I didn't actually find anything connective to that or anything. I just thought, as if, kind of thing. But when I came here, I started to realise that, after death, there's a soul, and that soul has to go somewhere, and it had to go to heaven, or, and that made me realise that...
And we built this beautiful clinic.
It made me realise there is a God. So, yeah.
So your life's changed. You told me once that you were quite a naughty girl beforehand, so your problems were starting to display in your behaviour.
Yeah, a lot of hatred in my life.
Yeah. And so in that, there's been some changes in your life. Has it all been amazing, or has some of it been really hard work?
Some of it's been really hard work, doing a lot of crying and that kind of thing. Really tough, doesn't come easy, but yeah, it's been rocky.
So you told me that you don't have many friends at school at the moment because you've made some choices about who you hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the moment you're feeling, you know that you're loved by Jesus, but sometimes does it feel a bit lonely?
Yeah, because my friends aren't that friendly, and they kind of don't get the whole Jesus thing, and they don't really want to hear me because I believe in God or anything. They're just go away, we don't want to talk to you. Or if I sit next to them and start talking to them, they'll just go on about their own conversation and stuff. So I feel alone, but I know Jesus is always with me, so it makes me feel happy all the time as well. So, yeah.
So the pain and the hard parts of doing the journey, have they been worth it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sharon also reminded me a few weeks ago that it isn't always going to be the same as it is now, so it's always going to change.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's definitely been worth the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And life is much better. So do you feel like, you said you've sorted out all your problems, but do you feel like you're on this journey that you know is going to keep going and things are going to improve all the time? Yeah. So do you have a hope for your future now?
Yes, I do. I have a big hope. And before that it was all about money and all about me, but now it's about getting people to understand and to follow Jesus. So it shifted from, I was driving the plane, but now it's in autopilot, and it's all for God because I know He's going to do everything for me.
Thanks so much for sharing your story.
It's okay.
Let's give her a big round of applause.